Hello. Hello, everyone. I won't have the camera on today. Hope that's fine. Let me reduce the background volume down a little bit. Perfect. Alrighty. Lots going on in Raid now. New login champ. New fusion coming up. So the main thing I wanted to do is to test out Ninja, the best blessing, and yeah, I think there are three contenders. Two for most people for PvE because you won't be building him for PvP mostly. So Crushing Ren, and then there's Nature's Wrath. But I also want to test out Lightning Cage, which is typically a PvP blessing. But I noticed something. Every time you get the 3 orbs stacked, this inflicts the max HP damage. And at 6 star, that max HP damage is equivalent to 2.5%. That can add up. And each time you get an orb is when they get a buff. Hydra gets buffed pretty often, especially with that and the buff that it gets whenever the new head revives. Serpent's Well, I think it's called. That counts. Since I'm not on the test server, this is gonna be an issue because I will need to buy gems, unfortunately. Raid, give me test server access. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll start off with Crushing Rend, and then yeah, I'll have to switch around. It's gonna cost. So unlike the Marius testing that I did, in which I was freely changing around because it was based on builds, I'll have to do all of the Crushing Rend first, and then switch to a second one, and so on and so forth. But before I do that, let me see what the dailies are looking like. Curse City, 2 stages left. I had the highest of motivations to wrap this up. But then, I don't know if you guys have watched the video or not, but I had a 0 star on my Carnage, and then I pulled a 6 star directly. Last weekend was it? And now I have my motivation to do Curse City is gone completely off. Only thing would be to do this to get these remnants. I think can be nice, but I'm not certain about that. But before I start with that, yeah, let's see Doom Tower. Yeah, I'll do some of the daily, some arena and such for a bit before moving on to the testing. Hope that's fine. Also, in terms of the testing, I was thinking something. Oh, I think I'm not sharing this, am I? It's only the game running. One sec. Like something like this. I'll take the first hit, and then maybe with his A1, A2, A3. And then we can do it multiple times as well. Turn 50, I think, will give a good indication when it comes to the ramp up. because the damage ramp up with his passive should be at max at turn 50, I believe. But I'm not sure about Nature's Wrath, so maybe we change this. And then one would be a auto battle or quick battle. What is it called? Instant battle? Something like that. Hey, Sebastian. Doing well, doing well. How about yourself? Going to be testing Ninja today. The best blessing between Crushing Red, Nature's Wrath, and Lightning Cage for PvE, but mostly the Hydra, I would say. This is normal, right? So we can just blast through with Marius now. I also have like 12 void shards to pull. So 12 rares most likely. Oh, didn't work. Okay, let's just go with the team I used last time. Where's this team from? Why is there no Marius? This team is a disgrace. Okay, Marius solo didn't win. Maybe we throw in Thor alongside? Where are you, Thor? This should do it. Probably the poisons are because of the extra turn. I mean, the poisons are gone. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, Chimera's up. Let me check the dailies. Campaign battles. Let's do it. How are we thinking about the Fusion announcement? What are everybody's first impressions? I mean, this is kind of nice to go in directly into the upgrade. That should do it, I believe. Yeah. Okay, let's do arena. In my opinion, the next fusion, it's good news. It's Fabian burned people out, so it's a good fusion to skip. I think it's very situational. You have Fina or something, but then if you have Fina, you're not really struggling with Hydra. I mean, the one thing that I can see that the fusion is going to be good at is potentially hard mode faction wars. If you don't have a solid team for high elves, but otherwise, like that part, the unique part in this kit, which is ignoring the Serpent's Will on the Hydra, I don't think it's gonna hit that hard. One more. Okay. Summon 3 champions and Tavern, okay. Okay, let's. How about we pull these shards, these 12 shards? I'm up 95 on Emrys as well, so I'm probably collecting him next week. Would love to test this guy out. Speaking of testing things out, I should also test out. What's his name? Quintus. I pulled him, but I haven't really tested him out. Bloodhorn, useless. Give me something nice. Some gold, please. Even an epic. Please. Okay. Verrigan. I believe I have a high soul for this guy. Or at least I did. True Fear. Unkillable in himself. If this worked on bosses, it would be so amazing. Come on, Sifi. Sifi. 12. Nope, thank you. Yes! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This guy is useless. That's what my Mercy gets used on. I'm assuming this was Mercy. Oh my god. What does this guy do even? I know that he's pretty bad. Attacks twice, first heals, facing True Fear. Okay. Attack as a boss, second hit decrease speed, okay. AoE attack, before attacking removes all increased defense. Ally protect and strengthen buffs from all enemies. Increase defense, ally protection, and strengthen. The hell? Like, the increased defense, these are not really buffs that you see a lot in Arena. But at least one buff was removed, places increase attack and crit damage. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. But you need to build accuracy into this guy. Ignore. We'll also ignore 30% defense, boost tempest turn meter. Okay. Single target, double hit. Ignores defense, destroys enemy max HP. Okay, so Scarab. I guess. Active skill on cooldown, both hits will ignore 50% defense. Ignore shield, unkillable, and block damage. Shield is the only one that can be useful, to be honest. What's the passive? Instantly resets cooldown on any random active skill. Whenever an enemy increases the cooldown of any of their skills. Okay. So, can't be locked out. And grants an extra turn if the cooldown was reset. 4 turn cooldown. Will also grant an extra turn if an ally mastery artifacts or accessory decreases the cooldown of any of this champion skills. I mean, that's not bad. Okay. Crit rate in all battles. Lost Strike, why are you pulling? I'm pulling because it's the best time to pull white shards. 2x. 1 whole % chance of getting legendaries. That's why. I mean, I've pulled my Mercy most likely, so I don't know if... I mean, let's just pull 3 shards. Why not? What am I gonna do with these 3 shards? I would much rather have 3 rares. And the last rare. I mean, it is a void Lego, so... But it's such a bad void Lego. At least on first... What are his stats? Let's see. His attack is super high. 1700 attack. That's not bad. This is on a 4 turn. This is on a 3 turn when booked. His passive is interesting. Don't know what his damage looks like. Does anybody know how hard this guy hits? Oh, I got 12. What does 12 do? Damage. Okay. Maybe worth testing later. Is it worth building that guy out? I mean, maybe another time. Today is chance to test Ninja. Should I get into the testing already? I need to buy gems, unfortunately. Larium again. Give me test server access. So I don't have to waste money to buy gems. Gonna be expensive. Let's start out with Crushing Rend. So a couple of things I wanted to check. So his passive when increases by 10 and by 5, but with bosses it increases by 20 attack and 10% crit damage. What that means is, so this will take 5 turns, right? 5 cycles, and he has 3 abilities, so 5 times 3, that's 15 turns, right? Crit damage will max out much faster because this will be like 3 turns it will do it. So that's 15 turns of Ninja. Okay, And then second thing I wanted to check is, you want to see Ninja test, please? Yeah. Getting to it. So this one, Nature's Wrath, increases the damage inflicted by 5% up to 30 for each debuff they place. So I'm assuming that the HP burns that he places on his A2, he places 3 burns, right? So in one of these hits, he is doing this thrice. I'm not here on Nature's Wrath again, sorry. Okay, so 5%, 3 in one Hillburn, and then he also has an A1 decrease down, a decreased defense. That's 4 in one cycle. And this should max out in 6 hits. Or 6 debuffs. So this should max out relatively quickly. Okay, so I think 15 turns is what I'm looking at. And then this relic, which adds up, this will not matter because this is kind of the control group. This will be in all cases the same. So this effect we don't have to control for. Okay, so what I was showing, I know you're doing the counting for 6-star. Do you think this could be extrapolated on the same way? No. Not with Crushing Rend. Not with Crushing Rend, because Crushing Rend at 5-star is useless. Only 2 hits, right? Nature's Wrath, probably you can extrapolate that once we get to the findings. And then the third thing that I want to test out is, where is it? Lightning Cage, actually. So again, Lightning Cage seems like a PvE blessing, but this part of it, the max HP damage with every 3 strikes, I think that's actually useful. Because with each Serpent's Will buff that the Hydra puts on, he gets a Lightning Orb stack. So getting 3 stacks is relatively quick. And then each time at 6-star, it's 2.5% max HP. Again, this will also not work on a 5-star. So this is also only relevant for 6-star. So at 5-star, I can tell you right now, Nature's Wrath is the way to go. I can tell you before the test. This test is relevant for only 6-star. Okay, so currently I have Crushing Rend on him, and again I will have to buy gems. This is kind of what I'm aiming for. So I will test out the first hit. Turn 50 of the boss. I don't think I need to get to turn 50. I'll count at what stage basically the 15 turns that Ninja needs to take gets to. And then I'll also do quick battle, and then we can also look at Chimera, for example. So let's start off. And I mean, I generally run him on Brutal, but maybe for this testing it makes sense to test on Nightmare because that is the highest difficulty. Like this is my Brutal team usually. So let's go. This is starting off with Crushing Rend. Actually, wait. With first hit, I don't need the team. Just Ninja will do it. Okay, so 108 was it with his A1? 108k. Then again, let's do this with numbers. Where are you? And we don't need the decimals. Okay. And again, we should do this multiple times. I think 3 is good. Sorry. I know this is some Excel work. So like this, perhaps. And then basically the same for Lightning Cage. I can zoom back out. Don't need this high of a zoom. Yep. So 108k hit the first time round. I hit this head, right? So let's keep that consistent. 97k. Okay. I have a Brimstone and Scroll of the Unseen in my ninja. Brimstone. Brimstone you can put on any support. I would recommend moving it to Nature's Wrath on 5-star. 168, so damage varying quite a bit. Probably because of also the Crushing Rend. Right, so this is the A1. And again, we can always take averages. Maybe I do that here. Okay. Again, I won't change the blessings yet. So let's test the A2 now. Okay. 387. Okay. We regroup. Again, we can increase the sample size even further. Not 3 iterations, maybe 5. 496. 496. And one more. $826. Did I miss something? Was it 826? I looked away for a second. Maybe it was. I'll do it one more time. $344. There was a weak hit. Because that was an outlier value. $561. I mean, he is getting high. So like 500-ish is the highest. 800 probably was additional damage. 583. Let's take that. Again, this is the average. Okay. And then now finally A3. $124. Kill me. Thank you. $129. I didn't take it off auto. $124. Okay. So surprisingly, his his hits with his A1 and A3 are similar. Probably, I mean, this will average out. This will change on a longer or a higher number of iterations, because this was kind of on a high-end outlier. This is more on the lower end. So if I ran more tests, most likely A3 is going to outdamage A1, which is also what I would expect on the first hit. But yeah, those are the numbers for crushing Ren at the moment. Now the second test would be to run it to not turn 50, but I also want to test how many turns it takes. So we need Ninja to do 15 iterations of all three of his skills to get escalation to max. So we'll count. We'll count how many turns is that. So that's, he hasn't taken a turn yet. Maybe I'd put it on auto, or I take it off auto. The fear is not nice. That's turn 1. Bro, just join Catch Me Up on the verdict so far. We've just started. There's no verdict so far. We're going full nerding out on this with Excel and everything. We will reach a verdict. It'll take some time. So that is second hit. Does that count in the escalation, the counter attacks or the attacks, ally attacks? I'm assuming it does. Like, if so, I've done one iteration of all three of his hits. I mean, I have everything on cooldown anyhow, so it doesn't really matter. Escalation goes up, so that's one iteration. Still, I mean, put it on auto. I'm not gonna. Let's just focus on him. I might not look at chat for just this first one. I just want to figure out how many boss turns does it take for Ninja to get to his full escalation. But to be honest, I don't need to look for that, because escalation is a control variable. It's going to be the same in all three blessings. For Nature's Wrath, I want to give the chance to Nature's Wrath to catch up fully, which doesn't take that long. Because he puts, for example, 3 HP ones, so 3 debuffs on one hit. I think 4 or 5 turns, or 4 or 5 debuffs should do it, if I remember correctly. So maybe just as a safe bet, maybe I need to run this up to what, turn 30 of the boss or something? Should be enough. And again, this is Nightmare. Generally, this is not my Nightmare team. This is my Brutal team. But I do want to run the test on the highest difficulty, because anybody watching this now or later might be running Ninja in their Nightmare team. Look at Varl. Varl is such a crazy good champion, isn't he? You need to pay attention to the number of burns he lands. Yes, but if I keep the boss turn count, the duration long enough, then it shouldn't matter. The number of debuffs needed to get to the full scale is not that high. I think it's like 10 debuffs or something. He gets it up to 30%, and on 6-star, I think it's 3% per debuff. So 10 debuffs is not that high. If I'm waiting until turn 30, or okay, maybe instead of 30, maybe I wait until turn 40. I think that's enough time given for him to reach. And obviously things like this will come into play. when you can't put debuffs on the Poison Cloud, for example. So I think turn 14 might be, maybe even 50. And he will be the first one to get eaten, obviously, because he's the highest crit damage on my team. Freaking Poison Cloud, run out already. Varl doesn't care about Poison Cloud. It would also be nice if they, for example, they stop showcasing, when the champion hits, for example, Varl hit right now. I mean, right now he didn't land the debuff, but every time he does, Nature's Wrath shows up like over here on the text. But it doesn't stop. It keeps showing up. So you see it's showing up. Probably right now he's not reached his full potential. But it keeps showing up until the end of the battle. That's something I've noted. For this kind of testing, it might be easier if Nature's Wrath text stopped showing up once he hit his max. But thoughts on New Fusion free login champ? New Fusion, I think I probably will skip him. Very situational. You can make some situational teams with him, with Fina, for example. But again, if you have Fina, you're an endgame player, you probably don't need him. Like the damage, he will ignore this, for example, but it'll all depend on his damage. So if he's, for example, if he's anything like Varl, for example, he's one-shotting or two-shotting the heads, then yeah, he's gonna be great for the Hydra. What he's gonna be useful in, I believe, is for hard mode faction wars. I think there he might be useful if you don't have a good High Elves roster. Why skip more? Yeah, okay, I won't skip fully, but I will not go for completing him. I will get some fragments. Like, I will not crazily go and pull all the shards I have and everything. Where I can easily get points, I will. For mod. But to be honest, at this point, gets 50. Ninja's dead. But I'm pretty sure he would have reached his potential by now. So once he's alive, I'm going to start testing his damage. Come on, come back up. I hate the Wrath Head. At this point, he's back, but he's at risk of dying again because of the buffs on the Wrath Head. I mean, this is not my nightmare team for a reason. Okay, so we do get a turn. This is it with increased attack on. His A3, and we are going after neutral affinity, magic against magic. So let's see how much damage the A3 is doing. 694. So this is around turn 50, a bit over turn 50. A3, 694, or was it that I said just now? I believe. That is A3. Okay, so let's kill him so we can get the turn meter decrease. Let's steal this guy's buffs. Yeah. Just need to cycle back to Ninja. Of course, we got the heal reduction, so easier to kill. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting to see. So almost 3 million, right? In total damage. It was 91 something. Round about 3 million. With his A2. Again with increased attack on. That's also something I need to keep an eye out on. That was another almost a million hit. 900,000 on his A1. But that was on a decapped head. Maybe I should notice this separately. A live head and decap head. And so this was a decap head. Let's hit it on a live head as well. This is negative affinity, and this guy has poison cloud, so I can't. I'll hit another. 2.7 mil. 2.7 mil. This was on a counter attack, so maybe. Increase attack was again on. Basically on almost all the time. Okay, okay, this guy's available now. So I'll A1 on this guy. 772. Okay. But this A2, it's a bit difficult to test decap versus non-decap because it's gonna spread the damage. That was a 2.7 million hit once again on a decap head. So it's kind of consistent with this. Okay, now I will test this. Let's test this on a decap at first, his A3. 2 million. So the only thing, again, A2, I'm going to test one more time, but A2 I can't really test on a decap versus non-decap head because it spreads, so I'm just going to test it twice. There it is. 105.6, right? It changes to 119.2. That is what? Almost 3 million? A bit less than 3, 2.7-ish, right? 750 perhaps, like this. So this is instead of calling this turn 50, maybe I call this like max nature's wrath, something like this. Okay. Can you show the gear ninja after the run? Yes, I can show the gear. But then gear shouldn't really matter here because it's going to be the same in all the tests. And then for your account also, the gear will not change. But I mean, I'm good for this, no? So yeah, I think this is fine. And let's look at the total numbers on a quick battle then. Hopefully, so let's free regroup. I have 4 quick battles, so I can only do this once, unfortunately. My hope is that it goes to the turn limit, but I am not sure that it will, especially because this is not my nightmare team. So for this quick battle, should I just run this on my brutal team that I run regularly, or is that not? the right comparison. This is not really comparing apples to apples then. Maybe I do this with the risk that the quick battle might not go to the turn limit in each case. With brutal, I know that it will, with a fairly high confidence. Oh, this is a difficult one. What do you guys think? To risk it with going on Nightmare? The risk being that the team might die before hitting the turn limit, or go to Brutal, where this team normally runs. There's still some RNG involved. Any suggestions here would be welcome. While we're waiting, I can show the gear. Ali? So I have him in Lethal and Cruel. Helm Smasher on the Mastery. Crushing Ren is the one I'm currently testing for. This relic, Aerith's Coronet. Again, this will be the same. So this is part of the control group. This should be the same across. So we don't need to specially control for that. His total stats on the Hydra are these: 7.5k attack, 350 crit damage, 400 accuracy. Basically his stats. It's a pretty good build. Just keep whatever baseline, don't waste your time. Yeah, I guess it's the completionist in me. Let's see. Okay, let's quick battle Nightmare. Let's take the risk. Just hit turn limit, please. I didn't hit turn limit. I mean, I guess I could note this down alongside. Or it was around 800 turns, right? I could note that down. So, quick battle. Clan turns was around 800-ish. Clan boss turns is 203, right? Total damage 387 mil. And ninja's damage is 194. Yeah. So that's Crushing Rend. Now before moving on, before changing, because again I don't have the flexibility to change back, what else should I test out for? Anything else? I feel like Chimera is a different test. Trying to go on Brutal if you want to have a baseline already, but let's not risk it for... no, I mean we didn't hit turn limit unfortunately, but we will keep testing that, and maybe with this it will be fine. Hopefully we can go above 500 turns to get some kind of a comparison. Okay. What else can we test for before switching? I mean, normal areas, other areas of the game, Chimera would come to mind. I guess I could do, but then again, in order to test for Nature's Wrath, I would have to do a very long Chimera run, because Nature's Wrath takes time to build up, unfortunately. Maybe I do Chimera separately at some point and keep this one for Hydra. I could test it for other areas of the game. Where would that be? Dungeons? I mean, no one really uses him in any of the dungeons. Maybe it's Sandevil, if somebody's still running that team. Let's keep it to Hydra. I think it's especially in the end game, people are mostly using Ninja in the Chimera, in the Hydra. Chimera, again, it'll take a long time. If I look at Nature's Wrath quickly, I'm pretty sure it is 3%. It's actually 5%. So six debuffs. 6 debuffs get me. Okay, so that's actually not bad. 6 debuffs get me to max. Okay, then we can test him out. I do need to increase his accuracy, but that will change the build. Maybe I just rely on the increased accuracy buff and then count. What's the... I'll keep it at Nightmare, just to have a bit on the lower on the requirements. Let's go with this. Okay, how do we control for this in a reasonable way? For Nature's Wrath, we'll have to go up. With Crushing Rend, the damage should not really change anyhow, right? Only thing is escalation. But we do want to compare at that point in time the damage with escalation and Nature's Wrath. So what I'll do is I'll see how long it takes him to get to the 6 debuffs. Let's give... I mean, he will steal the buffs right now, so I won't give it yet. So let's see how many land. I'll put it on 1x speed. All 3 land, I believe. All 3 land, so that's 3 already. This is... I'm not keeping an eye on damage right now. I just want to see how long it takes. That's 1 hit. Okay, so if I A1 here, that's 4, hopefully. No, the debuff didn't land. That's the thing. I think just 2 rotations will do it, right? Technically. Like 2... So I think what I could do is by the time the form changes, not almost changes, so around turn 4, turn 5, I think he's likely to get to his max anyhow. So I could check for that. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because with the speed differential and everything, he will get to the 6 debuffs. I'm taking almost 3 turns per 1 Chimera turn. So there's another one. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So instead of testing for each hit, I'm just gonna test overall damage from Ninja. So let me put this into a preset. Does it show up? No, it does. Of course it doesn't show up, because I did not save the run. Lydia's missing. Okay. Arbice, immediately go into this form and then remain in that form. Maybe prioritize this. Marius prioritize this. Ninja prioritize this. Elva doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. So this is the team we'll use. We'll run it until it transforms, and then we'll note the damage. That's what we're gonna do. Use him in 80% of my Chimera rotations, since he does more trials than Marius. Trade-off, I don't know if he does more trials. Not with Paragon, if you've been noticing things that I've been doing with Paragon lately. Marius is bonkers with Paragon. I think Ninja works mostly because you were using Fina with the block damage and everything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will get up to the max by turn 5. Yeah, there's another 3. So I will stop at turn 5, like end of turn 5, so whenever he switches. I think round about now. Perfect. So let's end battle. Okay, so let's note this. Chimera, and so this is Nightmare Chimera. And what we are doing is end of turn 5. So we will notice, I mean, so ninja's damage. Should I notice total damage and ninja's damage? I know, just ninja's damage is enough. So 3 million. Yep. I'm just rounding. Okay, edit team. And let's run this again. I'll run it 2 to 3 times. Turn 4, almost there. Okay, we're coming close. Turn Chimera. Okay. So, what's the damage number? Ninja is at 3.6 this time around. Very nice. 3.6 mil. Okay, one more time. I mean, I could also test it on Ultra Nightmare, but I would have to change the build slightly because he doesn't have enough accuracy to land the debuffs on Ultra Nightmare. Maybe with increased accuracy buff that Marius does give, but then we'll be reliant that the buff does get through. Does he keep the buff all the time? I don't think so. Almost all the time, though. I'll have to change Marius's preset to use his A3 first. Right now, I use his A2 as a priority. So especially in the first turn, he won't get it. Maybe I can try with that actually, with Ultra Nightmare. Okay, turn 5 approaching. I doubt Ninja will get another turn. I think I can stop. Oh, he does. He does. Never mind. Good thing I didn't stop. Okay. So we have 3.8. This guy is ramping up. This guy keeps ramping up. What's happening here? Should I do more runs? Should I do more Nightmare runs or test him on Ultra Nightmare? Let's just test him on Ultra Nightmare actually. So on Ultra Nightmare, the thing that I need to change is Marius, use your A3 first. So the increased accuracy is up more often. And let's see. I just want to make sure that because Ninja doesn't have enough accuracy to land the debuffs on his own, he needs to increase accuracy up. And the second thing I need to watch out for is there was a 3% resist. I mean, it doesn't really matter with Crushing Rend, but it will matter on Nature's Wrath. Second thing we need to watch out for is that he doesn't die, because Ultra Nightmare obviously hits harder, which I don't think he will die, but just something to keep in mind. He's getting the increased accuracy pretty much all the time. Don't think he has resisted. He did resist one debuff, but I think that was 3%. Yeah, there also he landed. It is turn 5, and damage numbers are not that different. Only 3 million. No! Oh, why did I do that? Ah. Apologies, guys. We have to do it again. I should not have clicked free regear. He died. That's what I was scared of. That first hit. Wait, why is Arbais putting... I thought I asked Arbais not to do that. Arbais should turn and then she should use this ability. What? Or did she use it and then already got back to this? Interesting. That's the reason we died, because too many buffs. Yeah. Getting resisted without the increased accuracy, that's the issue. I'll need to be more careful when it comes to Nature's Wrath. Maybe I'll have to manual. Got very close. Okay, turn 5. This time I have to click the button properly. I doubt Ninja gets another turn, but I have been wrong on that before. Okay, end battle, not free regroup. 17. The total damage used to be on around 20, so 2.9. Okay, let's go again. It's almost 3 turns per Chimera turn, I believe, even on, or 2.5 rather. Okay, turn 4, almost there. Turn 5. That probably was the last. No, actually, still half turn meters. So. There it is. Okay, so what's the damage number here? We are 2.9 once again. Okay, one last. Yeah, I will have to change the preset slightly for Nature's Wrath. Again, as said, doesn't really matter on this one if I'm resisting debuffs or not, because Crushing Wren's damage is consistent. Turn 4. Okay. End battle, and overall damage is again very similar. 3.2, slightly higher this time around. Okay, so these are the damage numbers for both. Any other areas of the game that we want to test out before I switch the blessing? Any other areas? Don't think. I mean, I do use him in the clan boss, but uh, don't think that's an area of the game you really care about after. Like, you do care about because it's a constant source of shards and books, which is great. But you don't really care about optimizing once you're out of the mid game. I think Hydra and Chimera are the two main locations, and obviously some stages in Curse City and such. Doom Tower potentially, but this is for Frostbiter, I guess. Could be, but again, that feels very niche. Yeah, I think I'll stick to these two. Okay. Then I think it's time to change his blessing. Let's switch to Nature's Wrath. Ooh. Yes. Okay, so where are you, Nature's Wrath? So at 6-star, we will get 5% for each debuff. So we need to place 6 debuffs to get to max damage. 300 gems to switch, and 300. Oh my god, I'm gonna be bankrupt. Larium, if you're watching, give me test server access. I'm gonna keep saying that. Okay, so he is in Nature's Wrath now. Let's go back to the Hydra first. And let's rinse and repeat. We did this on Nightmare. No quick battle yet. So first we test out singular hits. Let's go. There it is, Nature's Wrath. I mean, can we change this? To millions. Okay, maybe doesn't have. I mean, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so first hit. Let's start with A1s. No. That was the wrong key. And I want to keep the head consistent as well. The one I hit. So I was hitting this head. A1, 90,000. Now, obviously, this is what we would expect. The damage will be a bit slower to ramp up. 90,000. Because obviously it ramps up. The initial hit will obviously not be as good. 98,000. And then the third one. Will be 94. These were just averages, right? Okay, let's test out the A2 then. $522. 296. Hey, Lead Master, Nature's Wrath plus Crown Relic better or Crushing Rend Cat's Case better? Not testing out relics today. Relic is the same, which is the Crown Relic that I'm using. Well, that's another test to do. Not today, not today. So just testing out blessings today, not the relic. 528. For some reason, this average is going to be higher. Or actually, very close. This is interesting. I would have expected it to be high, but then again, it kind of makes sense because it is dependent on. It's dependent on the burns rather than the damage. Let's look at A3 then. $136. $128. Freaking auto. $123. Okay. I'll bold these. Okay, then we have the same alive head, decap head. And this time around, we will put the team in. This is Nightmare, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Let's put the team in. And let's get to turn 50. Which should easily allow for getting to max damage and keeping the damage conditions basically the same. The new login champion also is coming out, right? Actually, what's the kit? Actually, I'm not sure if I've looked at the kit there. Hopefully, where can I find the kit? Yeah, where can I find the kit? Has it been shared anywhere? No, this is the fusion. I can't find it. If anybody can direct me where I can find the kit of the login champion, would be very kind. Damage ramping up obviously feels slower. That's the nature of Nature's Wrath. No pun intended. He's already hitting for 2.3 mil on the decap heads. He's probably almost. He's probably already at max, but we do need to keep it consistent, so we'll have to wait till turn 50. And he's dead. Maybe that's good because now he's not going to be digested. Oh my god. Varl is also dead because of the reflect. Maybe turn 50 was too much. Turn 40. Maybe I should have just stopped at 40. The Wrathhead is back, which is not great news. Block buffs, come on, Loki. Loki was not on time. Now he puts on, but a bit too late if you ask me. Well, that's the nature of this fight. There's gonna be a lot of RNG. Okay, turn 50 is approaching, so I will take control. Okay, so let's go for the decapped head. Day 3 first. 2.3. Okay. I'm trying to keep this one hopefully alive so I can experiment with A1 as well. Let's see. Increase attack is on both times. That's what I was also checking for. So let's A1 on the decap once again. 2.4-ish. Okay. No. Present cloud might come into play now. That is not good. Not good at all. Okay. A2. 97.2 million. That goes to around 2.3. And we will hit it one more time. I'm really scared of this guy. Yes, exactly what I was scared of. I mean, not ideal, not ideal. And he did not get it. So now there's with defense down, which is, I think, the same I tested for. This is the same affinity. So let's test A1. 359. Much weaker. Even with defense down. And increased attack was up. Okay. What's remaining? A3 on a non-decap hit. So again, him increased attack is not on though. That is not ideal. Still, let's test it. I'll not note it down. 524. Yeah, I'll need to come back. 524 is the number I need to remember. There's the increased attack. Ninja, get a turn. Actually, no. Need to actually wait for him to get his A3 back. A2 I want to test again. You know, that is not counting. We'll have to wait a bit more, fortunately. Because of all the block damage. Not block, I mean, it is essentially block damage, the Serpent's Will. Mm. 800. That was much better. So 8 and around 500,000 on average. Almost there, almost there. Oh my god. Provoke. So much RNG in this fight. Okay, the conditions are almost set. Ninja just needs to get a turn. That's all that needs to happen. Thank you. Okay, this is the damage. 1.1. Okay. I think that's it now. At the second A2, I guess I need to test. But we've gotten far away from turn 50. I think this number is also skewed a little bit. That was what? Almost 2 as well, but not 20. That was one extra 0. Okay, then we can try the cook battle. Let's go. Hopefully, we need to keep an eye on the turn count. It was much less, around 500 turns. $179, not 500, more like 6. 235. Ninja's damage is 132 rather. I will run this again. I have just 2 more available. Again, 600-ish. Sandboss turns this time around was much fewer. And 35. The Varl did a lot more this time around, huh? Or everybody did but Ninja's damage is similar. But Ninja's damage is again difficult to say because it's 200 turns different. But if it feels like the damage on Crushing Run is much higher overall. Yeah. Because this damage also scales pretty linearly. It doesn't, I mean, escalation does build it up, obviously. But at this point, escalation is actually reached its max. So it is linear. And if we do think it's linear, we can extrapolate. Right? So 6 out of 8. So basically 75%. This number times 0.75 is still higher. It's still higher. So Crushing Run is doing more damage overall. Okay, let's test Chimera. Let's test Nightmare. I might just test Nightmare this time around. Yeah, let's go. We so far landed 4. That's 7. So he's at max. Already at max damage when it comes to Nature's Wrath. Okay, turn 5, get ready to stop. So I can immediately see that the overall damage number is slightly less. It used to be a bit over 20. 3.1. Yeah, right. Yeah. Let's try again. And yeah, like the 6 debuffs he is landing by turn 5, definitely. So that's not a worry. So Nature's Wrath is working at its full potential. Okay, turn 5. Damage much lower this time around. Well, that's because Marius didn't take a turn yet. One Marius turn changes things so significantly. It's crazy. Okay. And battle, and we have the overall damage is pretty similar. And again, lower than before, 3.2. Okay. Okay, let's do the third run. Turn 3, come on, turn 5. Get here soon. The damage looks like it's going to be higher this time around. Maybe not. Actually, higher damage this. So the hunch was right. End of turn 5. Yes, perfect. Yeah. So this is much higher damage this time around. 4 million. Okay, so here the average is coming out pretty similar. Let's try on Ultra Nightmare then. And here I will need to be a bit more careful with increased accuracy buff because Ninja otherwise doesn't have enough accuracy. Unfortunately, I might have to manual a little bit. So I will just A2 right now. And I'll just A1. He has done lands, which is nice. Helps towards building up the damage. I can leave auto for now. Marius should give the increased accuracy buff. Great. And now Ninja should land. That's 4. 2 more debuffs to go. Okay, now we're just waiting. He has increased accuracy. Yeah, that's 3 more, so definitely max damage achieved. Nature's Wrath. So now just the question is to wait until turn 5. Again, it's looking like the damage is going to be quite decent. Ultra Nightmare. Is this going to be more damage even? Potentially. Depends on how Marius's hits. Do get to 20. Which is actually similar to the number we were getting. Actually, no, it's higher. 20 was the number we were getting on Nightmare. So, there it is. 21 and Ninja's damage is 2.9. It's similar, huh? Yeah. Okay, again I will auto at this, or manual at the start rather. A1 and then I'll auto. That should be fine now. Increased accuracy buff is there, so that's 3 plus the initial decreased defense, that's 4. We basically just need to hit him to hit the HP burn, move one more time, and he'll be up to max damage on Nature's Wrath. This time the damage looks like it was gonna be less. Fairly less. Yeah, significantly less actually. Okay, not that significant. Maybe the last time was an outlier. Okay. 18, it is less, it is less. What even call it significant? Okay, so now 2.2. Okay. One more time. Same thing, so we will transform. Put debuffs on. And Marius should A2. Ninja will A1. Didn't land the defense down, unfortunately. Here auto, here on out. Hopefully he lands all three. Yep, perfect. Okay. And we have 2.8. Okay, so average here is lower. So Nightmare, it's similar. But here the average is lower. Very interesting, huh? So if we scale this one, this would be linear to 600 turns. This would be the damage number. So far it looks like Crushing Rend is doing better. Almost everywhere. These are slight differences. And this is just RNG. I might even take this off entirely. Yeah. And I think I missed a one here. Okay, then Lightning Cage, huh? Lightning Cage, I will not test for the Chimera because Chimera doesn't put that many buffs on himself. Hydra definitely does, so that's what I want to test out. Lightning Cage, where are ya? Who was this Lightning Cage? Oh my god, this was not Nature's Wrath, this was Lightning Cage. Kidding me? No, this is Carnage. What am I doing? This was Nature's Wrath. Okay, now I have to change to Lightning Cage. There it is. Okay. Let's go. Into Hydra. So, initial tests. A1. 57. This is also a nice control group to get, you know? Just to see how measly the damage is without these two OP blessings. $55. This is very interesting to see. Okay, so one last time, A1 and 93. This one was higher, but still. Notice the difference. Notice how significant the difference is. It's crazy. And this is the control group. That's also why I wanted to test this, because this is a nice control group. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's merge this. Merge cells. Okay. So now A2. Let's see. And 278. Again, very far off. This is insane. The difference. Insane, insane. Okay, next. 384. This is respectable. Okay. 552. This is quite high. It's good. But still, the average is significantly lower. And now, time for the A3. And I've kept the targeted head the same, always dormant head, 132. $123. And the last one. $146. And the average comes out to be actually higher? What? Interesting. Why is the average on the A3 higher? What is it in the A3 that's interacting? I mean, not by much, to be honest, but 50% defense ignore. Nothing else, because the lightning stacks don't get count anyhow. Yeah. So let's run the full team on the quick battle. And let's see what the damage is. What? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Really bad RNG. No. No. I ran out of quick battles, guys, because of that terrible RNG. So I want to keep an eye out for the lightning cage stacks. So whenever they do put buffs on, for example, this was a buff. When the head dies, that will be a buff as well. It's still 2. Like once the first heads start dying, you're gonna see this much more. And the serpents will. Was that the hit? I think that was the hit. 400 or so. But we wait till turn 50 basically now to have the same comparison with the passive and with the relic. Mm-hmm. 500, almost 600 already. I'll let this run and I'll step away for a second. I'll be back in a minute or two. All right, so approaching turn 50. Let's take control. Perfect. So this is his attack is on. You can go after this head. 700. Unfortunately, two of the heads are Force Affinity right now, and then the head that's not is currently on block damage. Let's test the 3. That's 489. So that is significantly less. And the lightning stacks are not full. Not yet, at least. Okay, so now I can use the A2. Yes. That was like what? 1.5? We'll test this again. The increase attack was also not on, so maybe I should not count that one. So decap head is now on, so Ninja, take a turn, please. Okay. A1 on the decap head is 1 million. 1 million something. It's crazy how different the numbers look, huh? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so let's go after this. I want to test out the A2 once again. It's still one turn away. So A1 again on the decap head. On non-decap head, 430 mil. 430. Like the average is around 550-ish. Need to try A3 on the decap. And obviously the A2. Get a turn, Ninja. Please. Perfect. Okay, 108.3. That's... I think the max HP hit will come in now. So that was like 3.6. That was insane. Am I counting this correctly? 108.3 it was. Even more. But I think there were a bit too many decap heads. So that's probably inflating the numbers. Yeah, that's probably inflating the number. And the decap. So the Nature's Wrath, not Nature's Wrath, the Lightning Cage stacks are 3, which means the next hit is gonna be insane. And I'm gonna hit with A3. Yes. Decap? No, decap is negative affinity. I'm gonna hit this head. So this is gonna be a lightning cage A3 on a normal head. So let's see. So that was 117.7. I missed out on the exact number. Wait, what I can do is, obviously I will correct these numbers. I'll when I convert this into a proper video. But let me see. What was the damage number right before this? $116.4. So this was a 1 million and almost 300, 1.3 mil hit. Yeah, it was a 1.3 mil hit. Not 13, 1 less 0. That's actually pretty decent. Still doesn't compare though. That's the thing. Yeah, so this one I'm gonna have to. This does serve as a good control set, I guess. And Quick Battle obviously was RNG got in the way, so I'll have to run this on auto all the way through. I'll do this part separately off stream, but it's a good Lightning Cage is a good control set to get for sure. So singular hits at starting off, what we're looking at is starting off the numbers are pretty similar, if so slightly higher on the Ren side, especially because you're going to be hitting with the A1 quite a lot. And then after turn 50, the numbers definitely are in favor of Crushing Rend. Yep, definitely in favor. And then on the Quick Battles also definitely shows that the numbers are significantly higher. I'm gonna run this a few more times as well on the Crushing Rend side, just to get to an identical number. And on the Chimera, it looks like on Nightmare this difference is not as significant. On Ultra Nightmare the difference is significant, and Crushing Rend is outperforming Nature's Wrath, which might have been the hypothesis going in for many people, including me. It's good to have confirmation that Crushing Rend is the way to go for most of the content. But yeah, I think with that, I'll wrap up the testing. Again, as I said, I still have some things to do with this afterwards. But yeah, Crushing Rend is the winner. Oof, what do we do now? Live Arena? Yeah, let's do some Live Arena. Bring the spreadsheet back. There you go. Do need to pick the team as well. What do you have him on, Kerrigan? Nature's Wrath? Seems like Crushing Rend is the way to go. Again, I mean, these tests are not like the most ideal. Obviously, ideally, you need to do a lot more runs than just 3, right? And like, for example, I wish I had a lot of like, what's the word? I mean, RNG obviously comes into play. Okay, I'm forgetting my thoughts here. Like, I wish I had a lot more auto battles, is what I wanted to say. I got locked out. So I could like test multiple times. And I wish I had the test server so I could change back and forth. But I don't. I think this is a good indicative. Yeah, I'll make some, I mean, obviously I'll make edits and everything, but I'll also add some more tests on that I will run. Maybe I'll run both of them on Brutal one more time. But for the Chimera, for example, which I think is where you also use him quite significantly, it looks like Crushing Rend does outperform. Again, I only ran 3 iterations of each, so maybe it changes. Yeah, please let me know if you find something else. I'll also not release this video immediately. I'll hold on to it. And I'll test a bit more off stream. I mean, live real season is it probably gonna end soon, no? Sample points, 0 points. No. It was nothing that technical. I was just wishing for more quick battles. I just got lost in thought for a second. Why did you die so quickly, Mr. Monkey? If you didn't, I could have spread the debuffs. That's the thing with Fabian. He is weak affinity to so many of these meta champions. That's the big issue. Yeah, exactly. Affinity is a big thing. He's a great champion, but he is not dethroning Armands. The hardest part about the test is trying to count when Nature's Wrath or Ninja's Escalation is properly maxed out. Yeah, I agree. It would be better. But I think they max out pretty quickly. The Nature's Wrath, 6 debuffs, right? And I mean, I did get to more than 6 debuffs in each and every test. Why did I pick him first? So I think that should be fine. And the time that it takes to build to that, that's just part of Nature's Wrath. Escalation should be consistent. It should be the same. The build up should be the same regardless of the blessing. Is the thing. Another 3 days on the seasons. I mean, I don't care much about the seasons, but I feel like, especially at the start of the season, you get more bad matchups against the Mega Whales. Not something I look forward to. This guy, for example, this is not the start of the season, but this is definitely a Kraken. +4 mythicals. Imagine the money this guy spent. I'm not a fan of Fabian until he has the relic. Yeah, that's... He banned my Carnage. Interesting. I'm also looking forward to testing Embrys next week. Next week I'll get him. Am I gonna beat this Kraken? Unlikely. Very unlikely. Did stun this guy. Oh, nice. The stun is gone. So I'm dead, most likely. Who do I sheep here? I think I sheep this guy. He immediately takes a turn, he'll convert back. That's not ideal. Should I have sheeped him? No. It's more likely that Siegfried kills me than him. If he converts, then I smack. But that's maybe his strategy, because then he gets block damage. Let's see if this is a Kraken with a brain or not. Not is the answer. He will convert and I'll smack him again. No, he didn't convert. This was a Kraken without a brain. Seriously, what's the point of spending this much money, buddy? Maybe you're asking about LA in general. No, just this season. Yeah, 3 days. 17 hours. I mean, I'm not pushing at all, as you can see. I mean, maybe it's worth getting these 100 mythicals, but it's far off. 1300. That requires you to play live arena every day, which I don't. I mostly just play live arena when I'm streaming. Also, his banning of Carnage didn't make sense to me. Maybe he just was scared because I picked Carnage first. Even though that was just... my mind shut off and I just picked Carnage without thinking. And maybe he read into it. But then maybe I'm just giving him too much credit. Curious why he didn't go for 100 mythical. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of live arena. And yeah, a lot of other stuff. Don't have the time. I think you have to do a lot of battles. What are we banning here? This guy? Probably. What is this team? Yeah, I mean, it's been a busy month. A lot of IRL stuff, a lot of Assassin's Creed, all of it combined, basically. But I think even if I was free, I would probably not be pushing that hard on Live Arena anyhow. Yes, I miss out on some relics, but this game is all about FOMO. Anyhow, you always miss out on something. I got my first Kraken, should have won with Siegfried and nice setup at the end. Yeah. He really should have. My sheeping Siegfried didn't do much. He didn't take advantage. He should have converted with nice. It would have procced a hit from my Marius. Kill his nice, and then Siegfried would have revived everybody. And he would have block damage, and then he would have won. But that requires you to be a little bit more strategic, a little bit more smart. Which many Krakens, they win based on the money they spend. That's the problem with this game. This is less about skill, more about money. When is hard mode Faction Wars coming out? Looking forward to that. I think the fusion is gonna be nice, but I think I don't have Fina. That sucks. But even despite that, I think I have a decent roster. My Supreme Elhain just does so much work. Supreme Elhain and Arbiter is all you need. And there's some ally attackers and whatnot. There's Royal Guards. I think I'll be fine. Unless that boss does something bonkers. Because that's the only thing I think. Hydra, very situational. I really doubt that his damage is going to be that high. How about you? Are you going for the fusion, Kerrigan? Just because gotta catch them all, or not going for him? Or for more fragments, as you said. But at some point, like, your account outgrows mod, no? That's what I feel like. Even if I get mod now, unlikely that I'm gonna use her in any other teams. You kidding me? No. That was a bad play from me. Even if it's a weak affinity, I should have gone after Armands. I mean, I also got unlucky with the freezes, to be honest. Why would you go after Arbiter? She's frozen. No, we lose. Imagine having so much money you just pull shards because you like red glowing lights, but have no idea what the champs do. Yeah. That is exactly what it is. There are also some Krakens. Like the best Krakens are the ones who are like level 76, level 80. You immediately recognize they will have mythicals, but they will be level 76, level 80. And I see that and I'm like, yes, free win. Because that means that they don't have the gear. They have the champs, they don't have the gear. By the way, I don't know if you were tuned in at the start. I pulled like 10 word charts, and I pulled this guy. I think he's a Sacred Order champion, Sacred Order Void, Vitriol. How's the experience with that guy? His kit seems okay. His passive seems interesting actually, but I don't see him in the live arena, for example. His passive on paper sounds good, but if it was actually good, I would see him more often. No? So this looks like another Kraken, and let's see. Looks tough, actually. Looks tough. Let's see. Yeah, this is another. I'm running into a lot of Krakens today, huh? You don't even know what that champ is. Vitriol. I can show them after this. We do win the speed race. Is that enough? Probably not. Lockout. There's your favorite champ, Kurgan. Mesomel. Yeah, I still have to do that thing we talked about. Where I do force myself to pick her. Oh, she's gonna block revive me. Actually, no, she's locked out. She's gonna turn. She's not gonna block revive me. I hope she's locked out. I think she... Yeah, she's locked out, okay. Can she kill me with A2? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. Do I risk it? No, it's 2 turns. Crazy. Do I risk it? I risk it. And I failed. Stuns! No! Okay, sheep. Is Armands gonna win me this fight? Armands is gonna win me this fight. Let's go, Armands. The fear is annoying. Armands is not gonna... I'm not gonna get through so many turns with just... or maybe I am. Who knows? Maybe I am. I think it still makes sense to sheep this guy. This is gonna be very funny if I win like this. And very frustrating for this Kraken. Almost there, almost there. Lock damage is on, and the stun one more time. One more stun, perfect. And one more sheep. Perfect. And my champs are back. This is incredible. Armands, one man showing. He's showing everybody why he is the most hated champion on the roster. This guy, Ultra Kraken. Okay, not Ultra, maybe. He's just a Kraken. I don't know if Kraken warrants a term like just a Kraken. But yeah, he'll be a dead Kraken very shortly. So, petrification, who do we petrify? This guy. Ah, I got sheeped. I've been sheeping so much, I deserve it probably. Okay, now I need to be careful because... Oh my god. Is there another twist here? I feel like there's another twist coming. This is not done. One more twist is coming. He has seal on, so hopefully he doesn't kill me. Good. He does kill one of my champions. I can't kill him now. I have to kill him first. But Galathea can also revive if I remember correctly. I am gonna win this! Guys. We killed the Kraken with Armands. Or did we? We do! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! This one felt good. This one felt good. I know I took advantage of the OP-ness of Armands, but this one felt good. Armands basically won the fight by himself. basically by himself. Throw as many mythicals at me as you want. Armans is gonna destroy you. Okay, let's look at the. Ooh, we get a Lego book. Nice. Let's look at the champ I pulled. Where is he? Sacred Order. It's this guy. Vitreous, not Vitriol. I don't know why I called him Vitriol. Looks weird. I mean, looks cool and weird at the same time. Like he doesn't even use his sword. It's all bandaged up or something. He's showing off that he doesn't even need to use his sword. With this part with the cloth, it makes sense, okay? For the grip. But the blade makes no sense. That Kraken is now feeling compelled to spend even more. Probably. I hope not. It's probably ranting about Armans now. So this guy has very high attack. 1700 attack. I don't know if that translates into good multipliers or not. So A1 Fear and Heal. Fear can't be resisted if fully heals, but the problem is you do need accuracy for his A2, which is buff removal. Not all buffs, but just these buffs. It cannot be. Never mind. I'm sorry. It cannot be resisted. Okay, so you don't need accuracy. Ignore 30% defense and boost turn meter if he doesn't kill. So he doesn't need resistance. And then this hit, each hit ignores 30% defense and it destroys the max HP, which can be nice for what's his name, Scarab. If target has any active skills on cooldown, both hits will ignore 50% defense, which seems crazy. Unkillable block damage are not that important in PvP, but shield is and can be. And this passive is actually interesting. Instantly resets the cooldown on random active skills whenever an enemy increases the cooldown on any of their skills. So he will just hit. He'll reset. He'll get an extra turn. And it'll also grant an extra turn if an ally decreases the cooldown of any of these champion skills. It was also cool. That actually can be pretty cool combos. Like you reset and he immediately gets a turn. Like with, for example, with Lammasu, this could be cool. He hits hard. Lost him twice. I don't see him very often. Okay, I can't believe I'm doing this. Look at this. I know this doesn't mean much, but 2.5? Kidding me? How is he ranked online? Vitreous raid. Let's check Hellhades. Let's check this Reddit thread. Let's check Ayumi love. Let's check these three. Okay. So Hellhades, give him a 4. Hydra? 4 stars on a Hydra, okay. Scarab 5 stars, okay, that makes sense. Eternal Dragon also can be nice, yes. Arena, where's Arena? 4.5 stars on Arena, that's actually not bad. Rolls breakdown. Which other two? I mean, he's a nuker, right? We know that. This is nuker, sword is a nuker. What is the skill manipulation? Okay. 1.7 times attack. Strong. This is godlike, 3.1 times attack. This is also godlike. Okay. He did get buff, okay. I mean, with Fabian going around, maybe. Ancora. Anyone hits like a wet noodle. Okay, Ayumi Love ranks him 5-star on grinding. What is grinding on arena defense and offense? His early game. Rank is A. Usability situational. Okay. And this seems cool to me, especially this part, the second part. Maybe I will build him out and test him out. Like, my first feeling was that I didn't feel very happy with pulling him on a void shard. Because I do want to pull someone like a Sifi on a void shard, not this guy. But then again, I did get a Lego, so maybe I shouldn't complain. Talking of void Legos, I also still have to test, what's his name? Quintus. What's your experience with Quintus, Jurgen? Is he any good? I did rank him up, but I haven't tested his damage. Maybe I do that. His name is Rhonda, right? So I can just search for Rhonda. Faction. Final odds. Yeah, I can just use her. Okay, so global presets. Let's save. Rhonda. And then, where are you? There he is. I mean, I don't have masteries, which is not ideal. But let's see. I mean, at least maybe I can get his crit rate to max. Not this. Okay, where are you, Quintus? How hard does he hit? Zora, 35% attack, okay. Can you kill them? Why didn't you do his A3? Why does he not do his A3 on auto? Are you kidding me? Couldn't kill Rhonda, really? Stone skin, go away. This is attacks one enemy, okay. Okay, one shot at him, but again, not much to one shot there. So, Quintus, come on. Show everybody you're worth it. You are not worth it. You've gotten so many chances. He's not even weak affinity or anything like that. No, he's dead. It's weird when Ramantu is doing more damage than this live arena final champion. Okay, can you kill Marichka? Thank you. Yeah, that damage is... I mean, Helm Smasher is not in, but still, the gear is fully on. That should not be the damage coming off of a Void Legendary who's locked her behind Live Arena. Not impressed, at least on the first impression. But we'll see. I mean, I do need to optimize. I need to do masteries, of course. What are the stats? Yeah, the attack is not the highest. Can be pumped up a lot. It's not the best build, to be fair. His base attack is decent, 1600. And blessings will obviously help. So will books. Most of the books are going towards damage. I mean, the nice thing is that he's giving himself buffs. I mean, I can test him out on one other stream when I build him properly. But I think I will stop here for today. So yeah, we tested out Ninja with the blessings, the 3 blessings. And the test is not fully done. I do need to run, for example, Lightning Cage a couple of times and Nature Wrath one more time. And but yeah, so far it looks like Crushing Rend is the way to go based on the results here. But yeah, I'll do more testing and then I'll convert this into a video which I'll post. Not immediately. I'll wait a little bit for some of these tests to run. But yeah, Crushing Rend is the way to go for now. Unless based on even more tests, something changes. So far it looks like Crushing Rend is the best blessing for Ninja. But yeah, with that said, thank you very much everybody for tuning in, for staying with me. And let's see, when do I stream again? Likely Monday. Tomorrow I'm busy. Sunday maybe. Monday I should. And then maybe we can look at Quintus, for example, that day. Thank you very much once again. Have a great start to your weekend. And see you next time.